Good evening and welcome to Bryan, Ohio, as we get ready for high school girls basketball coverage for the 2022-2023 season. And a fascinating matchup to start the year tonight. You have two experienced teams for the most part from last year coming back, and they have both gotten games in. So have worked out maybe a few of the bugs. It's 1-1 Bryan against 0-1 Tinora. Todd Grosjean back at the helm for the head coaching duties in Bryan, while Andrew Thiel has taken over for the Tinora Rams. Kyle T.G. had been the head coach and was not brought back. Thiel is a 2011 Hicksville grad. Had been coaching freshman boys basketball at Tinora the last couple of seasons, so now slides over to the girls program. So glad to welcome back former Eden girls basketball coach Suzanne Hollabaugh for another season together, and looking forward to another great year. And we have one of the premier teams, potentially two of them. We'll see what Tinora and how they develop, but one of them certainly in Bryan. Big expectations, big aspirations for Todd Grosjean's group.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, let me say thank you again for having me. Just such a joy and really good to see you. And we've been chatting this whole JV game, just catching up. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. We've had to been able to watch Bryan now for the last several years and just see the direction this program has gone and just the talent that's there. And, yeah, it's pretty exciting. And we saw Tinora last year, and again, I know there's a change at the helm, but they were pretty good last year as well. So I was kind of really circled this one and said this was going to be a lot of fun.
And this has one of those games that marked on it with a little more personal level. Anna Gray, who played for Tinora her first couple of years of high school, is now a transfer here at Bryan. So what that means, if you're unfamiliar and you're listening with the transfer rule, it's great for Todd Grosjean through the end of the calendar year, and then it doesn't mean anything anymore because of the transfer rules that are in place from the OHSAA at the state level. She can play through the end of this, which amounts to be the holiday tournament, and then the back end of the schedule she has to sit out under that transfer rule. But they have her now. She's a fantastic athlete, going to add a lot to this group. Now, remember, they return already 8 letter winners from last year, led by All-Ohioan. She was honorable mention in Reese Grodehouse. They went 18-5 last year. Coach, 7-0 in the NWOAL. They're gunning for a 4th consecutive league championship. And as we said, it's an athletic group, and athletic with some length as well.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. They're also so balanced. You know, they can beat you on so many levels. They can shoot the basketball, but they can also put it on the floor and get you to the hoop, and they can do the post. I mean, they're just really balanced, and so they are a fun group to watch. And I again, expect it not to be any different in this game tonight.
What do you expect out of Tinora? They're 0-1, lost to Miller City. They went 14-9 last year, but there is a coaching change. So Andrew Thiel still getting his ideals kind of into the team a little bit, and they're getting used to each other. You remember what that is like. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, again, it's as much as getting just trying to get the kids to buy into what you want to do and how you want to do it, to get their respect, and just that for them to trust you. I mean, I remember that so many times, just saying to the kids, you got to trust me. I know what I'm doing. You just have to trust me and do these things, and you will see improvement. We will get better. We'll win some basketball games.
Todd Grosjean of Bryan and Andrew Thiel of Tinora join us on our Bryan Ford Lincoln Conversations when we come back.
When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about your world, more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get with me, Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent. An agent who doesn't just know what it's like to live in Bryan, but one who wants to protect life here as much as you do. Give me a call for your free quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
Hi, I'm Paul Rohrig Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. Serving families since 1924.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Eden, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
High school girls basketball ready to get our 22-23 season underway as far as game coverage is concerned here on B-Rock, and our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with Bryan girls head coach Todd Grosjean as we get ready for Bryan and Tinora in our opening game. And Coach, first of all, appreciate the time here on the pregame. And I guess before we dive into opening weekend for you, tell us a little bit about the offseason on the heels of another terrific season for Bryan Lady Bears basketball.
Well, it's been a good season. We had a great summer. We kind of scaled things back a little bit and just focused on what we did as a team in June. Obviously, the seasons being almost on top of each other, the fall and winter sports seasons, the kids don't get a lot of time off, and that's the same in the summer as well. Kids need to be kids, in my opinion, and we've kind of gotten away from that. But we had a good summer. We developed some depth and some team concepts, and we were able to figure out some roles. And heading into the season, we like what we have coming back, and we've got a little bit of veteran leadership in Reese Grotehouse and some really solid juniors that got thrown into the mix last year, and we like the direction we're going.
When you get on the floor and you're playing well, what do you like about this group, Todd? What do they do really well together?
Well, they're athletic. We are really athletic across the board. Kaylee Thiel at 6'1" is able to run up and down the floor. We've got Ella Rao at probably 5'10", that can shoot it. Reese Grotehouse, one of the best athletes in the area. Obviously, if you go to state in tennis 3 straight years, you're got to be pretty athletic. And Mara Smith played JV point guard last year for us, and in most programs probably would have been a varsity point guard, but obviously she was waiting her turn behind Addie Arnold and Delilah Taylor. So we really like the kids we have coming back, and our athleticism is obviously a bonus.
So you have opening weekend. I guess talk a little bit about playing again in the QP tournament in Lima, and the competition that you faced, and what went well, what didn't go well over the weekend in splitting the 2 games.
Well, we got in that with the idea, we were going to see some really good competition. We obviously have to make space in your schedule and find 2 games. And obviously with the kids we had coming through the program, we wanted to challenge them. So that's the reason why we got in it. And just so happens we played Marion Local the last 2 years, and obviously a very established program in the MAC, and obviously very big and physical team, and it was no different this year. We were able to hang with them at halftime. I think it was a 2-point game. We were trailing, and our depth, I think our athleticism, and we really guarded extremely well, and we were able to get out of there with a 13-point win. Did some things really well defensively and worked as a team, and then we ended up playing Lima Bath in the championship game on Saturday, and probably had one of the worst starts you could imagine. We got down 27-4, I believe, at one point. Called several timeouts, tried to calm our kids down, and we just did not handle their pressure very well. Lima Bath, very, very good team, a very big team, and it just got away from us early, and we had to play from behind the rest of the way. But our kids didn't quit, and we got it to 8 or 9 on a couple occasions, but never could get over the top to make that a game again. So good experience for our kids, and I think it'll pay off down the road.
You get right back at it here into right before Thanksgiving with a matchup against Tinora here in this one. New coach over there in Andrew Thiel taking over the reins, and they have a game, as you know, under their belt against Miller City. What did you see in watching and scouting them, and what do you expect based on the personnel back?
Well, they have pretty much everybody back. They were young last year. They gave us all we wanted over at Tinora, and they played in the summer league 2 years ago at Hicksville. We played them several times, and we knew what they had in terms of athletes, and they return a lot of kids. They're trying to spread people out and attack you with the dribble, so we're going to have to be really solid defensively, on dribble drive and penetration. But, they've got some experienced guards. The Okuli girl is a really nice player. They've got a couple kids that can shoot it from the perimeter if you lose track of them. So, he's done a nice job. I think he's picked up kind of where they left off. And, they want playing the same kind of style. They want to get up and down the floor and try to beat you in transition. So it'll boil down to how well we rebound and how well we defend.
Looking forward to this one tonight, Coach. Should be a fun one against Tinora as we continue on this early season journey through the 22-23 season. Look forward to seeing Bryan play for the first time and watch you guys develop and grow as the year goes on. Appreciate the time now. Good luck against the Lady Rams.
Absolutely. Thanks, Brig.
You know where to go when your vehicle has been in an accident, but why should you take that same vehicle to Jason Dietz Collision and Service when you need an oil change, brake job, or any other routine maintenance? It's because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have 60 years of combined experience diagnosing and repairing domestic, foreign, and classic automobiles. They have a state-of-the-art alignment machine that ensures a perfect alignment every time, and the training and expertise to fix your problem the first time. So whether it's a crash or take your vehicle to Jason Dietz Collision and Service.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters' mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window cling. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears.
Check out the newest, most exciting venue in the area. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole is Defiance's first axe throwing venue with axe throwing lanes, VIP room, full service bar, pool leagues, and more. Schedule your lane today. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, or call 419-980-7121. That's 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole, Defiance's first axe throwing venue.
Tuesday night girls basketball, our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with the head coaches. Andrew Thiel, the new head coach over at Tinora, joining us. And Andrew, first of all, congratulations on getting the varsity girls job at Tinora. I guess a good place to start is tell us a little bit about the transition and how it's been for you and the kids.
Well, it's been pretty good so far. There's some things I'm changing defensively from what they're used to in the past, and it's been a little bit of a hiccup here and there. But the girls all around are coming around pretty well. I've got a lot of good playmakers, a lot of seniors, upperclassmen, a lot of experience up there that kind of helps the transition along the way as well.
How would you describe your coaching style and philosophy, Andrew? I guess for those that are coming to see Tinora play, what is it that you want your, kids to show people as they come and watch you play?
Well, I'm pretty big on the defensive end. I think defense wins championships. You got to be able to help each other out, and the biggest thing is you got to keep the other team from scoring. But offensively, I think at the varsity level, you got a lot of good basketball players, especially with where I'm at, the talent, the experience. I've kind of been teaching them to take what the defense gives you and react accordingly.
All right, let's talk a little bit about how'd the preseason go for you. Scrimmages, that's always a good time to see a lot of different styles in teams that you play. How did everything go for you here in your first preseason?
The scrimmages went pretty well. We scrimmaged Salina and we scrimmaged Genoa. A couple other scrimmages had to get canceled, but as far as Salina and Genoa, the varsity program, we won all quarters. A lot of good, nice, promising things. A lot of things to look forward to. Again, it was something where we needed to kind of go in and try some things out and see what was working, what we needed to improve on yet as a transition year.
All right, Miller City in the opening weekend. You went down to defeat 56-43, I believe, or 57-43. Either way, let's talk a little bit about that opener. What went right? What went wrong that night? What did Miller City do that night against you?
Well, we came out in the first half. We had a lot of nerves as a team. We had to kind of cool the nerves a little bit heading in the second half. We dug ourselves a bit of a hole it was hard to climb out of. But the girls really came out in the second half, fighting, clawing, trying to get out of there. We ran the second half. We came out and beat them in the second half. But, coming in the second half, down by 17, ended up down by 25 and pulled back within 9. Really showed me what my girls are made of. I don't have any quitters out there. They fought hard. Miller City really worked at trying to contain our shooters, but that's where I tried to open up the offense a little bit and drive inside and see what we can get. And we started finding some opportunities inside that really started to work for us.
All right, let's talk Bryan. Give us a little scouting report on the Lady Bears as you get ready to play them here in this second game for you guys.
Yeah, the Lady Bears, they've got some pretty good talent. They got some good shooters out there on the perimeter. They like that attacking side. Size-wise, I'd say they're bigger than we are, but I think competitive-wise, I think we're right there with them. We can, I'm sure we're right there with them. We can go in there and run the court with them. I think my girls will be able to put up a good fight, and we'll see what it comes down to there at the end.
All right. Hey, Andrew, best of luck this year in your first year as head coach at Tinora. Thanks for the time in this one, and good luck tonight against Bryan.
All right. Thank you very much.
Forget cars and purses. Thieves are after your identity. Recovering your stolen identity can cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The Central Mutual Insurance Company offers coverages that can help you recover from the devastating effects of identity theft. For your security, your protection, and your peace of mind, trust Central Mutual Insurance Company in Andrews, O'Neill & Lowe. With offices in Archbold, Bryan, and Wauseon, or you can find us online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Closing in on the opening tip tonight of our opening game, Tinora at Bryan. We'll meet the lineups, we'll meet the officials, and we will have the keys to victory for both these teams when we come back.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, and take it home today. They carry hundreds of new, used, and scratch and dent appliances in stock, and they carry the brands you need: Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE to take home right now with you. Then when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer. Jason Deach Collision and Customs is Northwest Ohio's largest trailer dealer with over 300 trailers in stock, from 53-foot race trailers and custom toter homes to open deck car trailers, dump trailers, landscape trailers, and equipment trailers. But they don't just sell trailers, they service them, add options, and do repairs on any brand. Because they're racers themselves, they know how to build the trailer right for your racing needs. Stop by their Edgerton location information or shop 24/7 at jasondeachtrailersales.com.
Tools, and more tools only at Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan. Need some hand tools for stocking stuffers? See what they have to offer in Milwaukee screwdriver sets, driver bit sets, tape measures, Sawzall blade sets, all from $14.99 to $19.99. Or check out their Craftsman hand tools like pliers, utility knives, tape measures, or pry bars. Your choice, $5.99. You'll also find DeWalt hand tools and blades from circular saw blade to a magnetic nut driving set. Your choice, only $9.99. All this and more at Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan. Ace, the helpful place.
Welcome back. Starting lineup time brought to you by Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. For the Bryan Golden Bears, it'll be Kaylee Thiel, a 6'1 junior, Ella Voigt, a 5'9" junior, Anna Gray, a 5'9" junior, Reese Grodhouse, a 5'8" senior, and Mara Smith, a 5'6" junior. For the Tinora Lady Rams, coached by Andrew Thiel, Addison Lee starts, a 5'11" junior, Maggie Noggle, a 5'10" senior, Carly Oakley, a 5'5" junior, Liv Muller, a 5'7" senior, and Nova Oakley, a 5'6" sophomore. Your lineups tonight brought to you by Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. For the Tri-State's best selection of monuments, remember Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier. Tri-State Vision Center officials tonight. They are Ben Blewett, Norman Corgans, and Philip Hensler. For all of your eye care needs, remember the Tri-State Vision Center of Northwest Ohio. All right, Suzanne, let's talk keys tonight. Let's start with a road team, Tinora. How do they steal one here against Bryan?
Well, again, new coach, so a different look for us than what we saw them last year, but I'm assuming that they still like to shoot the threes. They shot those pretty well last year. I think we did them with Montpelier. So Bryan's going to have to defend that perimeter, get out, make sure they defend that shot. And they're also going to have to make sure on the defensive end, Tinora is the same. They're going to have to get out to defend Bryan on the perimeter, but also be aware that Bryan can put it on the floor and get to the basket as well. As always, take care of the basketball, rebound the basketball. Those are always keys no matter.
How about for Todd Grosjean and Bryan tonight?
Get out to a good start. Get that pressure defense, maybe get some easy, good looks early on. Get your confidence rolling. We've done several of their games where sometimes they get off to a clunky, slow start. He wants to see them get off to a quick start. Again, same for them. Going to have to defend that perimeter, as Tinora will probably most likely shoot that three. Take care of that basketball, rebound that basketball, and I think that's their keys for this evening.
That's going to do it for the Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory pregame show. Bryan is 1-1 on the year. They defeated Marion Local 46-33. They lost to Lima Bath 57-43. Tinora 0-1. They fell to Miller City 56-43. Reese Grodhouse averaging 12.5 through the first couple of games. Ella Voigt at 10 a game. Kaylee Thiel scoring 9 a game. Anna Gray 6 a game. And Ella Rao at 3 points per game. In the Tinora game, Nova Oakley scored 13. Liv Muller had 9. Maggie Noggle scored 9, and Carly Oakley scored 6. Again, Tinora went 14-9 a season ago. It will be Addison Lee for Tinora, Kaylee Thiel for Bryan, and Benjamin Blewett ready to throw it in the air. It'll be Bryan who wins the opening tip left to right. Grodhouse shovels it out left wing now to Smith. It'll be a zone look defensively. No, it will be man for Tinora. Down on the baseline, it's Thiel. Thiel rotates it out in front. Bryan moving left to right. Now into the hands of Reese Grodhouse. Grodhouse snaps it over to the left side to Voigt. Voigt on the foul line extended. Now top of the key. Putting it on the deck is Gray. Dribble drive off glass is no good. And the rebound is secured by Tinora. The outlet now to Addison Lee. Lee flips it out on top into the hands of Carly Oakley. Oakley back over to Lee. She'll dribble penetrate. Go with the left hand. Shot is partially blocked. Loose ball grab by Mara Smith. Scoreless in the opening minute here of this Bryan Tinora game. Now on the wing. Flipped out in front to Smith, top of the circle. Smith from Gray on the wing to Grodhouse. It's a long three, no good. The putback at is no good by Voigt, but a tap out now to Gray, and Tinora will reset. Skip pass over to Thiel. Thiel struggling a little bit with her shot here in the first two games. Now Gray earning her starting position here in this one after playing well in the tournament in Lima. Good tournament, as Todd Grosjean talked about, playing down there in Lima against that great competition. Thiel to Gray, step back three, rattles it home. And Anna Gray gets things started in this one, 3-0 Bryan. Good ball rotation and movement that time.
Absolutely. They kept that ball moving, and it's good to see.
And now Grodhaus, a hip check foul off the dribble penetration by Liv Muller.
You know, just watching here in the first couple of minutes of the game, they're very similar styles. Both teams, look to shoot that outside three-point extended shot, but they also look to put the basketball on the floor and get to the basket.
Addison Lee will throw it in. Lee to the top of the circle now to Liv Muller. Muller gives it up right wing to Nova Oakley. The runner is off target, no good. Ella Voigt snags the rebound for the Lady Bears. Gives it up now to Smith. Sideline break now. Nice quick first step, getting to the rim, and powering it home is Grodhaus, and it's 5-0 Bryan.
Yeah, you cannot advance out on her that quickly. You've got to break it down.
Here comes Nova Oakley. Gives it up and gets it back. She'll hoist the three on the right point and circles it in.
Yeah,
Nova Oakley, first points for Tinora.
I'm laughing. It didn't look like she had the basketball in her hand very securely, but she knocked her down.
Here's Grodhaus to Mara Smith. Smith left to right, crossing the timeline. Todd Grosjean talked about Mara Smith waiting her turn at that point guard role. Said for a lot of teams she could have probably stepped up and played last year, but not with this Bryan team. Down low to Voigt. Now she'll get her chance. Voigt on the baseline. Give and go. Back
nice
to
cut.
Smith, who lays it up and in.
Pretty, pretty, pretty.
7-3 Bryan on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard, and now a Tinora giveaway as Muller was unable to catch it cleanly. First sub of the night, Ella Rao in for Reese Grodhaus for Bryan, and it'll be Rao who will trigger it in. Rao along the baseline, ready to throw it in. Up the sideline it comes to Anna Gray. Gray crossing midcourt left to right. Tinora faithful wanted a double dribble. Play on, though. Middle of the floor, Smith comes back to Gray on the right point. 5:15 and counting to play in the quarter. 7-3 Bryan. Dribble drive, high off glass, no good. Thiel on the offensive rebound and put back. She becomes the fourth Lady Bear to score in the quarter.
Yeah, that's what I say about their balance. They just have a lot of balance scoring. You can't key on one.
Here's Addison Lee, had it nearly tipped away. Good on the ball, pressure by Bryan. It's knocked away and out of bounds off Ella Rao.
I thought that came off of Tenora's ball handler there, but he's right there.
The challenge for Tinora is withstanding what Bryan wants to do defensively, and that's all-out defensive pressure. They'll jump some traps. Nice spin move there by Oakley. Pretty bounce pass on the interior. Lay-in no good by Noggle. Put back is high off the glass and good for two by Liv Muller. And that'll end the little mini Bryan run. It's 9-5.
That was awfully pretty.
4.5 to play first quarter. Here's Smith on a crossover dribble. Crossing midcourt. Smith high above the arc. Now bouncing it right side over to Ella Voigt. Voigt gives it up now to Rao. Rao tried to turn the corner. Hands it to Thiel. She'll attack and is hammered on her way to the basket. Addison Lee gets the foul.
Yeah, Addison needed to slide over there a little bit sooner. I think she could have taken a charge because you could see that Thiel, what she had in her mind was to get to the basket.
Girls basketball at the half. It's Eastwood 29 and Archibald 21. We will see that Archibald team hosting Edgerton a week from this Friday night. Thiel front rim on the first free throw. Bryan and Thiel 60% at the foul line. Couple of subs. Reese Grodhaus back in for Bryan, and we see Blaze Langendorfer for the first time. Bryan has a quirky roster, very junior heavy, and 0 sophomores in the program.
Yeah. We were talking about that off air, about how odd that was, that when I looked down through there, tons of freshmen, tons of juniors, not a single sophomore in the program.
Thiel missed both free throws, and then the rebound out of bounds off of Bryan. They'll use the dead ball to try to pick up full court pressure, and they force Nova Oakley into steps and a backcourt turnover.
Yeah, that pressure and it will wear on you. Now, this is just the first quarter, and if they continue, it just wears on you mentally, and it causes you to physically turn the ball over.
Here's Grodhaus. In this humble broadcaster's opinion, in her senior year, I feel like this needs to be a little bit more Reese Grodhaus. aggressively getting to the rim on that team. We'll talk about it in just a bit. That was a good take by Ella Voigt, unable to finish. She's so unselfish, is Reese Grotehouse, but she's also so capable of going and getting hers.
She's too unselfish. I agree with you wholeheartedly. She needs to be a little more selfish.
Oh, good look to the post. A gamble defensively by Thiel, and Tinora makes them pay. Maggie Noggle powers it home, and the and one opportunity.
Yeah, that was well done. Well done, and she went up really strong and took the contact.
And that's number 2 on Bryan's leading scorer, Reese Grotehouse, at the 3:46 mark of this first quarter. Tinora has shaved the lead to 9-7, and now Noggle to try to finish the three-point play does. Her first 3 of the game, and it's a 9-8 game. 5 unanswered by Tinora. Off the inbounds, Ella Voigt has it. 3:40 to go in the quarter. We're in the first quarter here. Bryan won the JV game 49-41. Top side it comes to Langendorfer between the circles. She'll flip it over to the right now to Voigt. Voigt foul line extended. Top side, they'll keep Grotehouse in there for now with the fouls. Her shot is blocked. The length of Noggle at 5'10", swatting it away. And now they run the floor, and it's intercepted by Ella Voigt. Voigt going one-on-one to the rim with Carly Oakley. No good, but Oakley collects the foul.
Yeah, nice job there. Just bringing her in and using her body in order to get that call. That was really well done.
So 2-shot opportunity here for Ella Voigt. 80% on this young season. Bryan 18-5 a year ago. We talked about returning 8 letter winners. Last year, it was a three-peat. Finished the back-to-back-to-back. That's the first time as Voigt hits the first free throw. That's the first time Bryan has won 3 in a row since they did it 78, 79, and 80. And they're trying for the school's first ever 4-peat this year, and they're the favorites again in the NWOAL.
Yeah, and they should be. They're loaded.
Julia Durfee has come on. Emily Haar has checked in for Tinora. Both teams, of course. You're early in the year as Bryan sends Anna Gray back in. You're looking for that right combination and rotation still. All coaches are.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes a little bit sometimes, even if you've played quite a bit in the summer, it's still get back with it.
Haar to Lee, middle of the floor now to Liv Muller. Muller sends one up, no good right side, but an offensive rebound to Tinora and a reset. Left point to Durfee. Durfee to the right point to Emily Haar. Haar gives it up now. And now it comes back on the wing. Durfee from downtown, no good. Strong rebound in traffic by Ella Rao, who gives Tamara Smith. Smith, 2:45 to play in the quarter. 11-8 Bryan on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Here's Langendorfer trying to crossover. Had it knocked away. She saves the loose ball. Ali Alspaugh is, by the way, in also for Bryan for the first time. Jump pass to Langendorfer. Good shot fake to get baseline. Skip pass to Gray. Gray bounces it off now. Rao for 3 and swishes it in.
Yeah. Excuse me. Rao had herself set. She was ready for that shot.
And now Liv Muller transition lay-in is no good. Rebound to Bryan. Langendorfer over the top. Gray running the floor. Muscles it up. No. The follow. Alspaugh and 1. That's textbook right there, Coach H. Don't assume that a break is going to finish with points. Make sure you follow everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, and she did a nice job of that. Grabbed that rebound, put it right up and in, and now we're chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
That foul is Noggle, her first. By the way, Alspaugh, the 7th Lady Bear to score in this first quarter, and that goes back to the balance that you talked about.
Yeah.
And she finishes the three-point play, and Bryan has their biggest lead of the night.
That makes any coach smile when you've got pretty much every kid that's played on the scoreboard.
17-8 Bryan. Ball tipped middle of the floor by Smith, and then she went and got the loose basketball. Smith through traffic, weaving her way over to the right side now to Rao. Back out to Smith. Dribble penetration not there, gives to Gray. Gray, top of the key now to Rao. Rao on the wing, hands to Alspaugh. 1:45 to play in the opening quarter. 17-8 Bryan. Now it's Gray to Langendorfer, and coming to get it out in front is Mara Smith. Smith snaps it to the right now to Gray. Gray cutting through Langendorfer. Bounce pass to Rao. Dribble penetrates, dumps it back for Langendorfer. Langendorfer on the baseline, nothing there. She'll float one to Gray. Cross court to Smith. Good ball movement. Rao on an open jumper. No good. Off the heel. And the rebound defensively. Durfee for Tinora. Bumped and fouled in the backcourt by Gray. It'll be Anna Gray's first.
Yeah, I was going to comment the last possession Tinora had was just a lazy pass. And against Bryan, you can't make those kind of lazy passes because they will take them every time.
Halftime girls basketball, Evergreen 31, Cardinal Stritch 13. That was a varsity-only game tonight. Bryan will send no subs, actually. They stay clean. Emily Haar back on the floor for Tinora. Maggie Noggle to inbounds. Noggle gives it up right side to Emily Haar. Haar in the backcourt. Haar between the circles, crossing the timeline. Gives it up now to Nova Oakley. A minute to go in the quarter. 17-8, Bryan, biggest lead of the night for them. Haar now for Oakley and threw it behind her, and it'll be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, 5th turnover of the quarter for the Tinora Lady Rams. I have Bryan with just 1.
Ella Voigt and Kaylee Thiel back in. You want to talk about success of Bryan? 53-16 the last 3 seasons, and 19-2 in the NWOAL. Yeah, now, can they break through, get out of a district? Napoleon had been standing there and other great teams. It's a really terrific Division II district. Is this Bryan's time this year? Timeout, Todd Grosjean. 49 seconds to go in the quarter. 17-8 Bears. Back for the finish of the quarter in a moment.
Hi, I'm Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent. I live and work here just like you. And with all kinds of local insurance advice, I am someone you can count on to help you protect all that's good in your life. I make it easy to save on the quality protection you need. I will even help do the switching and paperwork for you. So stop by my office today for a quote. We are located on West High Street in Bryan. That's 1111 West High Street in Bryan.
Andy Brigle, Suzanne Hollabaugh back out here in Bryan, our first broadcast of the season. This is the first full week of high school basketball. Boys will begin this weekend and off to a decent start here. It's a 17-8 start. Bryan on top of Tinora. Todd Grosjean setting something up here late in the quarter.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about something. I couldn't figure out exactly. I don't know that it was the personnel. But, yeah, he's definitely going to dial something up here at the end.
A 3, Groothouse rattles it home from downtown, baseline left.
And when you have a young lady like that, you dial her up.
Sneak her back in there. Remember, her playing with 2 fouls, and now she's got to be smart. And, in fact, they're going to go a little zone, 2-3, and extend the guards. Bounce pass in the lane. Noggle flips to Oakley. Oakley around the horn now. Shot fake, Carly Oakley in the lane. The runner from 14 is no good. Scramble for the rebound to Bryan, and it's Ella Voigt. 20-8, Bryan. 12 seconds and counting. Here's Smith on the wing. Hands to Rao. Rao almost traveled. Dumps in the lane now to Thiel. Spins up and under. Traveling violation.
Yeah, just a little bit, excuse me, just a little bit too much movement there. Caused her to drag just a little bit.
So with 3.8, they'll get Groothouse out with the 2 fouls. Coming back in will be Anna Gray. Full court pressure from Bryan. The inbounds comes to Carly Oakley. And now the last second heave is no good, and that'll do it. 1 quarter of basketball complete. Bryan 20, Tinora 8. This is girls Tuesday night basketball on V-Rock Sports.
You work hard for your money. That's why we see to it that your money works hard for you, not someone else. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, our earnings belong to our members and go right back to work for you, from better rates to lower fees. We've got the products and people to help you build a more fantastic future every step of the way. Join 14,000 other people just like you who want to do more with their money. Imagine a different possibility at Midwest Community Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Paul Rorick Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Well, Todd Grosjean has to like this start, well, on both ends of the floor, but I want you to focus, if you would, Coach, on the offensive end.
7 of 15 for 47%, but 3 of 4 behind the arc for 75%. He's got to be really happy. This is the kind of quick start he was wanting and hoping for.
He leads by a dozen. Bryan up 20-8 as we begin the second quarter. Off the left wing, Julia Durfee almost threw it away, and now Durfee has it tapped away into the backcourt. Getting on the deck for it is Voigt. She has it tipped away into Durfee's hands again, and Durfee will go left wing to Emily Haar. Haar off the bounce. Shot is rejected. Kaylee Thiel looked like she got all ball. If they give it to her, that's going to be a tough foul, and they did.
She was trailing her with her hand. That would be the only thing that I would have thought, because she got all ball, as you said, on the block.
End of one. Wayne Trace 9, Defiance 7. In the first, Montpelier leads Edgerton tonight 14-6. Edgerton, a double weekend. They went 0-2, losing to Holgate and Pettisville over the weekend. And Montpelier fell to Hilltop. Back in for Tinora, Maggie Noggle.
Yeah, that's a tough start with when you start with a league game.
And that's non.
That was non-league. Okay.
Well, no, wait a minute. You talking Edgerton Holgate?
No, talking
or Montpelier Hilltop. I was going to say. Remember, Holgate's BBC now.
Yep, they're BBC.
But no, Montpelier Hilltop. That was all the games last weekend were non-conference.
Okay, gotcha.
Because remember, no double round anymore.
That's true. Yep.
Baseline look and an open rainbow jumper, no good by Noggle. Speaking of Hilltop, we're going to get an update on them here at our next dead ball. Just saw that score trickle in. They lost to Liberty Center last night and back at it tonight. 20-9 our score here. Bryan and the ball. Thiel lost her footing. Thiel gives it up now to Voigt. Voigt topped the key to Gray. On the wing to Langendorfer. Langendorfer flips it back to Anna Gray. Gray, spin move into the lane. Gray, kick out. Smith for three on the right point. Off the heel, no good. Noggle goes and snatches the rebound for Tinora, and then she stepped on the end line. Patrick Henry and McComb tied at 8 after 1. And it's Hilltop pounding Pettisville 26-9 at halftime.
Yeah, Hilltop brought quite a bit back.
It'll be Reese Grodehouse with the 2 fouls, inbounding over to the left. It's a set play coming for her. Tinora, though, took it away. Nice job defensively. Top of the circle to Langendorfer. Langendorfer, dribble drive to the elbow. Hands now to Voigt. Voigt on the wing. Couple of dribbles, now snaps it out in front to Grodehouse. Grodehouse comes back to the right side to Anna Gray. Gray trying to spin away from the defender. Bounces it now to Voigt. 6:25 to play first half. 20-9, Bryan. Now to Grodehouse. Grodehouse to the right point. Thiel. Shot fake. Traveled. Shuffled her feet going to the move.
Yep. Great intentions. She saw she had a lane, but got to put that ball down first.
You can see on her face a little frustration that the slow offensive start going back to the weekend in Lima. It'll come, though.
It will, absolutely.
She's too good offensively.
She is. But it is frustrating.
Here's Nova Oakley. Shot is blocked, and the loose ball grabbed by Bryan. Thiel gives it up. One-hand pass, Grodehouse. Over on the wing now to Gray. Gray hands to Thiel. Cross-court, Grodehouse. On the wing now to Langendorfer. A little more than 2 minutes gone by in the second. 20-9, Bryan on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Top of the circle, Voigt for three. No good. It was too strong, and the rebound to Nova Oakley, who had to save it and did so to Addison Lee. Lee now gives to Carly Oakley. Oakley across the center circle. To the right, spin move back, wants a dribble handoff to Liv Muller, but it was almost taken away. And now it is taken away. Weaving her way through traffic, Grodehouse with a left hand, no good. And the board to Muller, ripped away, but a foul called on Voigt.
Nope, jump ball.
Travel, okay.
Jump ball.
Jump ball.
Yep.
Langendorfer out. Ella Rao back in for Bryan. It stays with Bryan, by the way. Mara Smith and Ali Alspaw also back in for Voigt and Thiel.
Yeah, if you don't protect that basketball, Bryan's going to make you pay.
Perrysburg and Napoleon, 4-4 game at the end of one. We will get to see the Bryan-Napoleon matchup in January when they play here in Bryan. Off that Bryan miss offensively, here comes Tinora. Carly Oakley almost fumbled it away. Now comes to the left and into the hands of Addison Lee, and now it is ripped away. Good hands defensively on the steal, and here comes Grodehouse. Grodehouse gives it up to Gray. She'll launch a three. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound to Tinora and Muller. Now cross court it goes to Oakley. Up the sideline through the 5-hole of Nova Oakley. And as it was going out of bounds, Bryan snatched it away. And now they come back the other way. Into the lane goes Grodehouse. Bumped on her way there. It's a foul on the floor. And it's Maggie Noggle. And it'll be Noggle's second of the evening.
I was waiting to see if they were going to, if he was going to give her the shot. I thought it was on the floor. I think he had trouble getting that whistle in the right position there. But yeah, nice take there by Grodehouse, drawing that contact.
Team fouls 4 apiece now. That is 2 on Noggle. Har is in for her. It's still 20-9. Bryan has not scored. In fact, we have no field goals in this quarter yet.
No, it's as well as because Tinora was 3 of 10 for 30% in the first quarter, but neither team is shooting real well this second quarter.
Here's Grodehouse, who has 5 to lead Bryan early. Gives it up now to Gray. Gray, a spin move, tripped up. And that blocking foul should be on Muller. And Muller has her first, team's 5th.
Yeah,
back here in Bryan on Friday night for our boys opener. It'll be Edgerton at Bryan. Boys basketball Friday night here on B-Rock 100.9 and a triple header next week. Jumper for 3, no good from Grodehouse. Weak side rebound to Mara Smith. Smith to the post to Alspaugh, and a traveling violation on Allie Alspaugh.
So let's see. For the quarter, 8 total turnovers. I have Tinora with 5 and Bryan with 3. And I'm going to give kudos to the defense because defense right now, both sides are really tight, playing really tough.
Full court pressure from Bryan. Tinora gets it across the timeline. Lee over to Noggle for 3, no good. Or make it Muller for 3, no good. Loose ball rebound now to Grodehouse. Wanted to push it, but Tinora was back defensively. Now it's tossed into the corner. Here's Smith along the baseline. Kick out. Gray launches a triple. Got it for 3 on the baseline left side. Anna Gray.
Yeah, nice job. She was ready. Feet were set. She was ready just to receive that pass and let her go.
6 for her to lead Bryan in scoring now. And that is the 4th 3 of the quarter for Bryan, and a 3-second violation on the Lady Rams as Bryan enjoys their biggest lead of the night at 23-9. Here's steal for Alspaugh for Bryan, while Tinora will counter with Dakota Signs, a 5'9 junior, in for Maggie Noggle. Bryan 1-1. Tinora is 0-1 entering play tonight. They're at the end of 1 in the Montpelier-Edgerton game. Lady Locos on top, 19-18. We thought that one would be pretty competitive. Here's Thiel. Thought about the 3, hesitates, now puts it on the deck. Stopped under dribble penetration. Comes over to Gray. Feeling it and rains in another 3. 9 for Anna Gray.
Yeah, again, she's ready to shoot the basketball. She's got good footwork.
26-9. Nice spin move, but unable to finish inside Liv Muller. Boy, got to be getting close to an Andrew Thiel timeout. Nice take by Grodehouse. It just won't go. Rebound should be off Tinora and out of bounds, and it is. With 2:55 to play in the first half. Ella Voigt back in for Bryan, while Julia Durfee is in for Tinora.
Yeah, Tinora hasn't been able to take advantage of the stops they've been able to get defensively, and they just can't put the basketball in the hole. I have them 0 for 4 this quarter.
Gray with a hot hand will leave the lineup as well. On the inbounds, it's a right back to Grodehouse. She'll fade and fire, no good. Board to Tinora and Addison Lee. Now it's Durfee looping it ahead to Nova Oakley. Oakley stops, fires, 3 is a brick, and the loose basketball is still loose. Bodies on the deck, jump ball. It should be Tinora basketball, and it is. At the 2:39 mark left in this opening half of play.
Yeah, Tenora's doing a nice job defensively, but just getting some stops, but then can't get converts. They need some buckets.
Grodehouse out with the 2 fouls. Ella Rao comes back in. They've done a nice job, and Reese has done a nice job playing and handling the foul difficulty.
Yeah, which, again, you expect from her. She's very seasoned. She is a senior, but she's a very seasoned player.
Lee, and they try to go to the post. It's denied away. Bryan forcing yet another turnover. Thiel up ahead to Voigt. Voigt slashing to the basket. Rejected on the interior by Thiel. Loose basketball and a push in that loose situation. It's a Tinora foul? Yeah. No, it's on Bryan. Yeah. It'll be Blaze
I know
Langen.
The suspense was killing us. He was wasn't sure who that was going to be on.
So Langendorfer collects her first foul. Both teams have 5 fouls, so that's been fairly clean. We're at 2:18 to go in the half, and we haven't been to the bonus. Full court pressure.
Turnovers.
Yeah, what you expect here late November.
Absolutely. And especially with the pressure that Bryan puts on you.
Up ahead, it's Lee. Picks her dribble up in a double team. Hands it to Har. Timeout, Andrew Thiel, and he'll get it. Yeah. 2:07 to go in the half. All Bryan, 26-9.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters' mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window clean. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you a Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears.
Back here for the finish of the first half. 2:07 left in this first half. It's 26-9, all Bryan right now. Tinora without a field goal here in the second quarter. Trap coming in the half court. It's given up now to Durfee along the baseline. Muscles it up, no good. Rebound to Voigt for Bryan. Loops it ahead now to Thiel. Thiel, runner is no good off the right side. And the rebound to Nova Oakley of Tinora. And we've got a jump ball, and Bryan will keep this possession. And subs in for both teams. 1 for Tinora. Carly Oakley in. Meanwhile, Grodhouse and Gray back in. This will be an offensive substitution here.
Yes.
Top 2 scorers tonight. Gray with 9, Grodhouse with 5. And for Anna Gray, 9 on 3 threes.
Rolling the dice a little bit with Reese, but she's, again, can handle it.
Inbounds pass coming for Thiel. Didn't look it in, and off her fingertips, turned over to Tinora. Little Euro step through to the rim, and a finish for Nova Oakley.
Yeah, well done. Well done, and a much-needed bucket. The first one of the quarter for them, besides that free throw.
92nd mark of the quarter and half. 26-11 Bryan. Here's Grodhouse. A little shake and bake move into the lane. Wanted to kick it out to Rao, but it was broken up by Durfee, who then snatched it away. Now Durfee gives to Oakley. Carly Oakley in the lane. Bounce pass. Signs not able to catch it. Came in a little bit hot, but still unable to bring it in, and it'll be a Tinora giveaway.
Yeah, would have been pretty. She threaded it.
Signs out. Noggle with her pair of fouls coming back on the floor. Counting down to 1 minute remaining in the first half. 26-11 Bryan on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. They've led by as many as 17. Here's Thiel. Losing the handle, going to the dribble. It's a double dribble.
Yeah, now she's trying to force just a little bit too much. She just needs to kind of relax, let the game come to her. I understand the frustration of, every kid's been there, but I'm sure that's what coach is telling her right now, or coaches are telling her, just relax, let it come to you.
Liv Muller, by the way, has come back in for Tinora. For Bryan, it's Ella Rao back in. Rao on the ball guarding. Now that pass from Tinora was never there.
Nope.
Just deking her and intercepting her was Blaze Langendorfer.
Playing cornerback right there, just waiting on it.
Skip pass over to Voigt. 50 seconds and counting, and Voigt coughs it up. Good defensive play that time by Carly Oakley.
Yeah, sloppy quarter.
After a well-played first 8 minutes.
16 total turnovers.
Another loose basketball situation, another jump ball, possession arrow to Tinora. 34 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, I like that call. He got on it quick and early and didn't let it get nasty.
26-11. You're listening to high school girls basketball on 100.9 WBNO FM Bryan. Julia Durfee returning to the floor for Tinora at the 34-second mark. Durfee to inbounds, lofts it into the left side to Nova Oakley. Oakley tries to turn the corner. The runner off glass too hard. Rebound, tip, and finally snatched away by Voigt. Halftime, Wayne Trace 19, Defiance 14 in girls hoops. Good strong take by Ella Rao, but too hard on the finish attempt. And now it's Tinora with 15 seconds to go, so they have plenty of time. Durfee to Oakley, the runner, it's no good. That was Carly Oakley. The rebound trickles out of bounds off Tinora, and that'll leave Bryan with 8.6 to get a shot away.
And you can see the frustration on the Tinora girls as well. They're getting good looks. They just don't want to go.
Full court pressure from Tinora. Here's Grodhouse in the backcourt. Grodhouse pass intercepted by Oakley, and the layup is good for Carly Oakley.
Yeah, nice read there by Oakley.
And that'll finish your first half of basketball. We head to the locker room and the main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show. Our score, Bryan 26, Tinora 13. This is high school girls basketball on B-Rock Sports.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Thiel Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Thiel Supply Center in Blakesley not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Thiel Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Thiel Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Starks Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Starks Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com. Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Breininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Breininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you looking for a realtor that will put your wants and needs first? Whether you're looking for a new home or selling your current home, I am with you every step of the way. If you're selling, I will do a comparative market analysis for you so you know what your home should sell for, and I will market your home using the most up-to-date methods available. If you're ready to buy a home, I will go out of my way to get you in the home of your dreams. I work around your schedule and provide you with all the information you need to make the best home buying decision. With over 25 years of real estate experience, I am your trusted real estate advisor. Also, as a Christian-based business, when you buy or sell a home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back out here to Bryan as we continue with our opening night of high school girls basketball coverage. It is 26-13, Bryan with the lead. Coach H, what jumped out at you from that first half of play? Kind of a tale of two quarters in the half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Bryan gets off to the quick start, really good start, fast start. 20 points on the quarter, shooting 47% overall, 75% for the three-point line. And then the second quarter, get 6 points, shooting 15% overall from the floor and 45 behind the line. So, and turnovers, had 2 in the first quarter and had 8 in the second. So that's really the difference in the ball game for Bryan. Still obviously with a comfortable lead, but could have really obviously stretched that lead if they had taken care of the basketball and shots would have fallen.
All right, let's take a look at numbers from the first half. Individually, Anna Gray leading all scorers with 9 for Bryan. Reese Grodhouse with 5. Kaylee Field 2. Ella Voigt 2. Mara Smith 2. And then Ella Rao and Ali Alspal with 3 each. For Tinora, Nova Oakley with 5. Maggie Nagel has 3, Liv Muller and Carly Oakley with 2 each, and Emily Haar has scored 1. Tinora 2 for 3 at the foul line. Bryan is 3 for 5 shooting free throws tonight.
Okay, for the Tinora Lady Rams so far on the evening, I have them shooting 5 of 20 for 25%, 1 of 5 behind the arc for 20%. At this point in the game, 14 turnovers, which again, it's obviously early, but they've got to try to cut that down in the second half. 3 offensive, 11 defensive for a total of 14 rebounds. And as you said, 2 of 3 behind are at the free throw line for 67%. For the Bryan Lady Golden Bears, I have them 9 of 28 for 32%. Still shooting pretty well behind the line, 5 of 11 for 45%, although that quarter just 2 of 7. Again, the 10 turnovers started off really well with 2, ended up that quarter with 8, giving them that total of 10. 7 offensive, 11 defensive for a total of 18. And, I think another big thing for what Bryan has been able to do is keep Tinora from getting second chance points. So that's worked in Bryan's favor as well, but they've got to take better care of the basketball this half.
26-13, Bryan with the lead. Our main stops halftime show rolls on after these messages.
Hi, I'm Paul Rorick Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. Serving families since 1924.
Looking for something different for your next event? The Eager Beaver Axe Hole is perfect for birthdays, corporate parties, and other special occasions. Axe Throwing Lanes, full-service bar, keno, pool tables, and more. Reserve your lanes today or ask about their exclusive VIP room. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, or call 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole, just off State Route 24 in Defiance. Defiance's first axe throwing venue.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Eden, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Our halftime show brought to you tonight by Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Don't forget, you are always near a main stop. The Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. A couple of quick program reminders. Tomorrow night, our night before Thanksgiving show at J.J. Wynn's in Holiday City at Sports Weekly, driven by Terry Hendricks Ford. We'll be joined tomorrow night by Eden girls coach Kayla Walker and Montpelier head girls basketball coach Mike Bum. So should be a fun night tomorrow night at J.J. Wynn's. And then Friday night, boys basketball It's Edgerton right here in Bryan to take on the Golden Bears. Opening night for both those teams as we begin boys basketball coverage on Friday night. Second half coming your way next here in Bryan. It's the Lady Bears doubling up Tinora right now, 26-13. That second half gets underway when we come back.
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances. They carry the brands you need: Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE. Many in stock for you to take home today. Then, when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
Bryan basketball as we get ready to start the second half. It will be thrown in by Grodhouse, given up to Mara Smith. Also out on the floor, Ella Voigt, Kaylee Thiel, and Anna Gray, the original five. Tinora goes with their five of Lee, Noggle, Oakley, and Muller. Off the bounce to the left side with a left hand, no good on the lay-in attempt by Reese Grodhouse, and then a tie-up situation on the rebound, and the arrow belongs to Tinora.
Yeah, Tenora's doing a nice job getting rebounds, but they're getting tied up too quickly. They're going to have to get that ball moving.
Full court pressure from Bryan. Ball reversal now to Lee, who will bring it across midcourt. Poked away from behind and out of bounds off of Reese Grodhouse. What's the biggest adjustment for Andrew Thiel and Tinora?
Taking care of the basketball. They had just too many of those 14 turnovers, as we mentioned, and they've got to secure the ball a little bit better. You know, the shots were good. The selection was good. They just weren't falling.
Here's Lee attacking, going with her left hand. No. Offensive rebound, Noggle gives it up. The runner through the lane, no from Muller. And that second chance opportunity all for naught. It's now Bryan possession.
But another good defense or offensive possession there. They just couldn't get. They had two cracks at it and couldn't get it to go.
Here's Thiel. Open post cut, not there. Top of the key to Smith. She thought about the three. Now gives to Grodhouse. She'll pull the trigger on a three. Off target, no good. The board to Noggle for Tinora. Now it's snapped ahead to Oakley. Nova Oakley on the wing. Now has it out on top. Back on the wing it goes to Lee. Lee attacks baseline. Turned away defensively and turns it over as Smith steps to the passing lane. Releases an outlet now. Here's a jump stop by Grodhouse, who bangs it in the paint. 7 for Grodhouse.
Nice job there, getting herself collected and going up strong, using the backboard.
28-13, Bryan with the lead. They led by as many as 17 in that first half. Montpelier 33, Edgerton 31. That game's at the half. The attack off the left wing, no good. Muller tried to get inside. Layup attempt hit the bottom of the rim. Now Gray in transition. Her driving layup is no good. And the board to Addison Lee for Tinora. Snapping it ahead now. In the lane, it goes to Muller. Muller kick out Oakley. Three is no good from Nova Oakley. Loose ball rebound grabbed by Tinora and Noggle. Noggle on the deck, then had it poked away. And coming up with it is Bryan as they'll turn Tinora over again. Here's Grodhouse. Pass along the baseline. Firing a three. Voigt off the heel, no good. And the long board to Tinora. Snatched away by Maggie Noggle. Tinora left to right in this half. What were Todd Grosjean's thoughts, do you think, to his kids?
Well, again, he wasn't happy because that quarter they got really sloppy with the basketball as well, and shots weren't falling. They, again, had good shots, but they had to take care of the better care of the basketball.
Smith, great job getting in the passing lane. Waits for help. The floater is good in the lane by Ella Voigt. Very unselfish play, too, by Mara Smith.
Very, and pretty pass and a good finish right there.
And Bryan matches their biggest lead, up 30-13. Along the baseline, Noggle rejected by Thiel, rejected again by Thiel, but the third chance ends up in the hands of Carly Oakley, and this time she sticks it in.
Yeah, you give them 3 chances, they're more than likely going to make one of them.
Here's Smith to Voigt. Voigt in the lane, kick out to Thiel. Thiel below the elbow, comes to Grodehouse for 3 on the right point. Timeout, Tinora. Biggest lead of the night for Bryan. 4:51 to play in the half. 33-15 Lady Bears. We'll be back.
They were once in a car seat. Now they're in the driver's seat. Having a teen driver is scary enough without the added cost to insure them. Let us help you ease your fears and save money with the Teen Smart Driver Safety Program from the Central Insurance Companies. Teen Smart's the most proven driver crash reduction program ever developed. When your teen driver enrolls in and completes the course, you could save hundreds of dollars on your Central auto policy. Call Andrews O'Neill & Lowe today to learn more about this smart way to save money. With offices in Archbold, Bryan, and Wasion, or you can find us online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Welcome back to Bryan. It is a run for the Lady Bears here as they have scored 7 of the first 9 in this third quarter, and Andrew Thiel forced into using a timeout.
Yeah, good timeout there. He had to get his kids' attention, really, I think is what he was trying to do.
And a great trap in the backcourt by Voigt and Smith. Smith got the held ball. Bryan gets another turnover forced on Tinora.
4th one of the quarter already for Tinora. She needed to step through right there. When you have 2 defenders on you need to step through.
Grodehouse into Voigt, right back to Grodehouse. Baseline now wing right on the bounce. She tosses it out in front to Smith. Tinora man-to-man defensively. Now on the wing it goes to Gray. Gray trying to spin away from her defender, Lee. Gray threw that one at the feet of Voigt. Loose basketball into the backcourt. Tinora turns him over. Now on the attack, a little hip check foul. Durfee will shoot a pair. Anna Gray gets her second.
Yeah, that time Tinora turned up their defensive pressure and were able to turn Bryan over for their first turnover of the quarter, of the half even.
So Julia Durfee to the free throw line. Tinora 14-9 a year ago. Lost their opener of this year, 56-43 to Miller City. Didn't even talk about what, it was just one senior loss for Tinora as Durfee hits the free throw. But for Bryan, you lose kids like Addie Arnold, Delilah Taylor, Brooke Taylor, Ellen Murphy, Lexi Alspaugh. Allie Zimmerman didn't get to play, but was part of that team and helped throughout the course of the years. I mean, they bring 8 letter winners back, but that's a lot of talent that left the Bryan program.
It is. You just kept naming them off, and I'm like, yep.
2 for 2 at the line. It's 33-17 now, Bryan. Whirling in the lane is Grodehouse. Defender took her away. Good defense by Durfee. Now out in front. Smith went up with the ball, came down with the ball, so that'll be a travel on Bryan.
And that's what we used to call back in the day, ups and downs. Ups and downs. Do you remember that, or are you too young?
Yeah. No, I do remember that.
Okay. Kids look at you today and they're like, what are you talking about?
Here's Durfee through traffic, dumps it off left side to Emily Haar. Haar on the baseline tried to muscle it up, and it was tipped out of bounds off Bryan. Halfway exactly through this third quarter. 33-17, Bryan on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard.
Yeah, I can definitely see their new scoreboard.
Jumper for 3 is good from Liv Muller. Muller with 5. And it's 33-20. Here's Smith into the corner to Voigt. Voigt circles it out on top now to Gray. Gray gives it up right side over to Grodehouse. Man-to-man from Tinora again. High ball screen. The pick and roll, and now the cut along the baseline.
Sweet.
Great find by Grodehouse, and the finish by Voigt.
Really pretty.
6 for Ella Voigt now, and she'll go to the line. That foul will be number 2 on Addison Lee. Patrick Henry leads Macomb in girls hoops 26-24. Ella Voigt to the foul line, 80% on this young season, scoring 10 a game through the first 2, unable to cash in there. Addison Lee the rebound for Tinora. Now to Nova Oakley. Oakley had it tipped away. Loose basketball ripped away. Langendorfer. This is going to lead to a lay-in attempt, and it's good for Blaze Langendorfer. Her first basket of the night.
Yeah, Bryan's just relentless. You just have to continue to take care of the basketball, and that gets old.
Oakley jump shot jumper at the foul line, no good. Rao the rebound, up the sideline, right side to Langendorfer. Langendorfer, her jump stop goes glass, and Blaze Langendorfer. Back-to-back field goals for her.
Oh, pretty. Well
8
done.
Lady Bears have scored in this game, and they lead by 19. 39-20, 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Diagonal pass tipped away by Langendorfer to Smith. Head up the floor and wanted Voigt, but good hands by Lee to get the deflection out of bounds.
Yeah, nice job there. She saved probably an easy 2.
Out of the lineup goes Addison Lee for Tinora. Ella Rao to throw it in on the baseline. Rao to Langendorfer. Langendorfer on the wing. To the right point. Rao, quick shot, no good for the triple, and it hit the top of the backboard, so it'll go over to Tinora with 2:40 to play in the third quarter. Happy to have you along with us. Our first game of the 22-23 season. 39-20, Bryan. High expectations off of an 18-5 year last year for Bryan. League expectations, postseason expectations. Now they got to go out and play, and against a pretty difficult schedule, too.
And that's good, though. That's the kind of thing you want. You want to prepare your kids, and so get them ready for tournament play. You play good competition.
Absolutely. The reason is Langendorfer gets her second. One of the main reasons to go and play in the QP tournament down in Lima.
Yeah, I think that's a good move.
Delta mauling Otsego tonight in girls hoops, 38-17. Grodhouse shuffles back in for the Lady Bears. Tinora basketball as it's brought into Noggle. Noggle cross court now to Carly Oakley. Her little teardrop in the lane won't drop in, and it's out of bounds and off the hands of Ella Rao. As we approach 2 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Tenora's shot chart, they're right around the basket. They just cannot get anything to drop.
Along the baseline, it comes into Oakley. Oakley in the lane, pushes it over to Noggle. Noggle shot no good. Loose ball rebound is a jump ball tie-up. Possession arrow stays with Tinora as Kaylee Thiel returns for Bryan for Alspaugh. It'll be Dakota Signs, the 5'9 junior, to throw it in. Comes out in front now to the right elbow to Carly Oakley. Oakley, a couple of crossovers, working her way to the baseline and stepped on the end line. Another Tinora giveaway. We have our first final in girls hoops, Evergreen and Stritch. That was a varsity-only game because of low numbers for Stritch. 50-29, Evergreen with the win. NWAL should be interesting. Liberty Center is a team. Remember, we saw them eliminate Montpelier.
Yep.
Most of those girls that were athletic and had length, they are back. They possibly could challenge Bryan.
Yeah, they play a similar style to Bryan in that they like the pressure. And I tell you, it'll be whoever can handle that better.
Rao, a little up and under move. No, it was blocked, in fact, from behind by Nova Oakley, who then is kind of decked from behind. It's on the floor, and the foul will go on Ella Rao, her first.
Hoping that'll be here, that we could get that game. That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
To be honest, haven't looked that far.
Nope, that's fine.
I'm thinking it's a late January type game. Trapped by Bryan just as Tinora crosses the timeline, but they're able to handle it. Now it's Oakley on the wing to Dakota Schaffner, who plays for the first time. Drives baseline, no. Got her a follow-up, though, and got it to go. Dakota Schaffner.
Yep. Nice job staying with it. That's the 6th offensive board for Tinora this quarter.
Now it's Thiel who got behind the Tinora pressure, and she's going to be fouled by Nova Oakley. Kaylee Thiel to the free throw line for a pair. 60% at the line for the first 2 games. 0 for 2 tonight. Has been held to just 2. 119 mark of this third quarter. Thiel's first attempt is short. One more to come. It's 39-22 Bryan. Both number 5s coming into the game. Anna Gray for Bryan. Addison Lee for Tinora. Bryan has led this one throughout, led by as many as 19. And Thiel missed both of them. Lee the rebound for the Lady Rams. Up ahead on the dribble now, Carly Oakley. Gives it up to Lee. Lee tried to force it into the post, nobody there, and in fact it's just Bryan there, and they get the steal. Here's Grodhouse for Thiel, and it's rejected by Lee out of bounds. Pretty bounce pass.
Really pretty bounce pass, and you just see the frustration on Thiel's face, but she'll have her time. It's just definitely not this evening. Struggling a bit.
Here's Smith, gives it right back. Grodhouse reigns in a triple.
Pretty. Just ready to shoot it. And again, it's all about footwork and being ready.
13 for Reese Grodhouse. Bryan with their biggest lead at 42-22, and now a blocking foul is going to be called on Anna Gray. She becomes the first player in this game tonight to get to 3 personals. 4 team fouls on Bryan and just 2 on Tinora.
So Grodhouse, boom, boom, pretty much right off the bat in the first quarter, and has played the rest of this way without fouling.
Here's
Not
Lee.
surprising.
Triggers in top side to Nova Oakley. Crossing over on Smith. Oakley turns the corner, lost her footing, flips it up, no good. Offensive rebound put back, Noggle, no good. Loose ball to Grodhouse. Bryan with numbers, shows the ball, goes to a driving layup and finishes. Reese Grodhouse.
What we would like her to, what you and I talked about, she has to do.
Smith with the turnover, and she'll get the lead pass ahead to Langendorfer. Can't finish. Rebound Gray is partially blocked. Coming down with it now, Oakley for Tinora. 15 seconds left in the third. Spin move, Carly Oakley hands it to Lee. Lee on the attack. A block called on Kaylee Thiel.
I thought she looked like she was pretty well set.
Her second.
Going back down there to Langendorfer, she just took that, just too much time. She just needed to go up there strong, and she was too open, I guess, is what it was.
7.8 remaining in this third quarter. Addison Lee to the foul line. Has not scored tonight as Bryan enjoys this huge cushion of 44-22. Free throw attempt, no good. One more attempt. Second one, no good. Rebound to Bryan. Pushing it ahead is Gray. Gray in the lane. Jump stop, leaves it for Voigt. That shot is blocked in the painted area, and that will do it. 3 in the books here in the Fountain City. Our score as we go to the final 8 minutes of basketball. Bryan 44, Tinora 22. You are listening to girls high school basketball on V-Rock Sports.
Have a water softener and need to get some salt? Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan has just what you need. Diamond Crystal's Water Softener Salt. Get 50-pound bags of Solar Natural salt crystals or 40-pound bags of Iron Fighter salt pellets. Diamond Crystal works on most water softeners and can help extend the life of your appliance. Plus, it comes in easy-to-handle bags. So if you're in need of salt for your water softener, get to Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan and pick up your bag of Diamond Crystal salt today.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With Midwest Community Federal Credit Union's new rewards checking account powered by Bazing, you get access to thousands of local discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. All you have to do is show your mobile coupon and save. No matter who you are or what you do, saving money is for everyone. Stop by a Midwest Community branch or visit midwestcommunity.org to open a rewards checking account today.
Welcome back to the final quarter of basketball tonight. It appears as if Bryan is on their way to win number 2 of the year as they're able to stretch their lead, Suzanne, to 22 at the end of 3. What did they do so well and able to do that?
Better shooting and took care of the basketball. They only had 3 turnovers that quarter for a total of 13 overall, and they were 44% from the 2-point and 40% from behind the line, so...
Grodhouse jump pass over to Langendorfer. Langendorfer left elbow extended. Comes topside now to Gray. Gray, a couple of dribbles, now gives to Langendorfer. High on the left side with it. Bryan moving right to left in their half-court offense. Tinora man-to-man. Over to the right side it goes to Gray. Open post cut through the lane. Langendorfer trying to reel it in. Unable to catch it, but it was poked away by Maggie Nagel of Tinora.
Yeah, this is something I want to see. I want to see Bryan executing in the half court in case they get into that kind of a game. Right now, they're forcing the turnovers on Tinora, giving them a lot of easy points and buckets, and I just want to see how they execute.
Here's Steele, rotates it out to Gray. Tinora took the set away. That was an out-of-bounds play for Groothouse, but Groothouse still gets it, dumps it to the post to Thiel, and the foul on Nagel, a little slow in getting to that quarter denial position down in the low paint.
Yeah.
That'll be her third.
Move her feet a little bit better, kind of anticipate which way that ball is coming and try to jump that, get your body around.
We have not been in the bonus in either half tonight. No. 3 team fouls now on Tinora, 5 on Bryan. We do have a chance here. Turnover by Groothouse. Tried to throw to the post to Theo, led her too far. Here's Oakley in transition, but Bryan has been really good tonight with their transition D.
They absolutely have, you're right.
Carly Oakley out in front, handling it with Voigt on her. Gives it up left side now to Nova Oakley. Nova Oakley gives it over to the left side now and gets it back. Oakley on the wing. Snaps it top side to Maggie Nagel. Nagel back to Oakley. 44-22 Bryan. 6:40 left in this one. In the lane, and the lane is good by Liv Muller.
Nice job there by Tinora running their offense and getting that easy look right there.
7 for Muller. Here's Langendorfer in the lane. Her shot is blocked. Offensive rebound, Voigt. Out in front now to Groothouse. Groothouse at the foul line. Gives it up left side to Thiel. Groothouse leads all scorers with 15. Now it's Langendorfer, baseline, step back, wing jumper for 3. No, it barely grazed iron.
Tough shot.
Rebound, Carly Oakley. She'll snap it ahead now to Nova Oakley. Now it's Carly Oakley. Lee between the circles, off to the left side. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. 44-24 Bryan on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. They'll shuffle it off now to Carly Oakley. Skips it over the top to Lee. Lee to the baseline. Off glass, no, but a foul on Groothouse. She got 2 in the first couple of minutes and now just gets her third with 5:50 to play.
Did such a nice job. Just so smart, though. You just watch her play. She just understands angles. She understands. Fun to watch.
End of 3. Napoleon 23 and Perrysburg 16. Archbold has defeated Eastwood tonight, 58-46. Lee hits that first free throw, has one more now.
You know, Bryan will be able to wear teams down, not only with that, with the relentless pressure, because when they sub, you know, they can stay fresh and they don't lose much.
Second free throw, by the way, was good. Tinora came out with a couple of second chance opportunities here, and a traveling violation on Liv Muller will turn it over. You know, you see tonight 8 kids playing, 8 kids contributing. Yep. And I know if you missed the top of the broadcast, Bryan will not have Anna Gray after the turn of the calendar into the new year because of the transfer rule. But you and we're not trying to push any agenda here. We really feel like we're going to see Josie Arnold contribute at some point in time at the varsity level. She was fabulous in the JV game tonight, got almost 30 in that opener. I think it was 26.
She was lights out, and I will be definitely surprised if at some point she's not getting big minutes up on the varsity because she can handle it. I mean, she looks like a kid that, at least to me, looks like a kid that can probably handle that.
Bryan in that, spread them out, weave in front now, making Tinora come guard, up 19 with 5 to play. Pick and roll into Alspaugh. Ball is deflected away by Oakley, and now it's Carly to Nova Oakley on the run out. Lay in, no. Hustle back by Groothouse to change the shot. Offensive rebound, Tinora. 3 ball on the way, in and out. Liv Muller, no good. Put back, no good. Out of bounds. No, it didn't get out of bounds. The save by Tinora, but right to Bryan. Up the floor it goes to Rao. Jump stop, low left. Powers it up, no good. Things have gotten a little helter-skelter. Yep. Here comes Nova Oakley. Her runner won't drop. The follow by Lee is no good, and then it's tapped out of bounds. Might not be a bad time for one of them to call a timeout, and it's Todd Grosjean.
Yeah.
I might have played for him and know him a little bit. 4.5 left in this one. 44-25. Our score. Bryan in control, but a timeout, Lady Bears.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Stark's at starksphs.com. or phone toll-free 1-800-329-4040.
4.5 remaining in this one. 44-25 our score. Bryan in front. Todd Grosjean spending a timeout. Both do have 3 remaining. Bryan able to withstand the pressure. Pretty bounce pass. Grodehouse finds Hollabaugh, who lays it home.
Very nice. Draw the defender, make that easy dish, make it easy for Anspaugh to get that 2 points.
Anytime the ball ends up in Grodehouse's hands, it's usually going to end with an extremely positive result.
Yes, I would agree.
And a good feed to Hollabaugh. 3 blocked by Voigt, Oakley's jumper. Rebound to Bryan off that miss. And now the crossover, the drive, the lay-in, and the finish by Grodehouse. And just like that, it swells to 23.
Yep.
48-25. Nova Oakley tries to answer on the drive. No good. Offensive rebound, Tinora. 3:48 left in this one. The 3 is an air ball by Muller and goes out of bounds. Or was it touched? No, it was not touched by Bryan.
Yeah, hats off. Tenora's still playing hard and going to the basket and getting some good looks. But again, struggling. I only have them with 1 field goal this quarter.
Tinora, of course, now in full scramble situation here, down 23 with 3:40 to play as they pick up full court pressure. Mara Smith bounces it high right side now to Grodehouse. Top of the key to Thiel. Thiel in attack mode, little finger roll and gets one to go. Sometimes when you're in a slump, it's those dribble drives and just seeing one go through helps.
Absolutely. Putting the ball on the floor, getting to the basket. My dad used to tell me that all the time. When you're struggling, put it on the floor, go to the hoop.
50-25, Bryan. Bryan gets a deflection as it's tapped out of bounds off them. Stays with Tinora. Dakota Schaffner and Dakota Signs have come on now for Tinora here with 3:15 remaining. And Bryan forces another Tinora giveaway. Voigt with the quick hands. Voigt slashes to the rim but can't lay it home. And the rebound to Tinora and Lee. That might be one of those situations where better served to pull it out.
Yeah.
I know you're up 25 and it's not going to matter tonight, but get into that habit of doing that to protect leads. Back cut, broken up by Thiel and stays right here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's true.
We've got a Montpelier-Edgerton update. They're through 3. Both teams hungry, looking for their first win. Montpelier 47, Edgerton 40 at the end of 3. Get our first look at Montpelier against Eden on December 6th. And Edgerton, our first look before that, traveling to Archibald December 2nd. 3 is no good. Off the heel, it ricochets out to Ella Rao. Rao, pretty bounce pass to the left side. And that was to Josie Arnold, who they sneak in here for some minutes in.
Yep.
I know it's garbage time, but you get
good.
some varsity minutes now.
Absolutely, good minutes.
2.5 left in this one.
She'll learn from that, what she just did. She'll learn you just can't take it straight up. It's a different, it's not JV and the speed's going to be quicker. And these are important minutes right here.
That's a great point that I think maybe gets lost to the, I don't want to say common fan because it sounds a little condescending. I don't mean it that way.
No, you don't.
But as the free throw is short and no good. But that transition, especially when you're making the move from 8th grade to now. I know, again, it's garbage time right now, but she's going to help before the season is done. And let's just take a fact that you go from JV to varsity. That's huge.
It is. The speed of the game, the strength of the game, it's just totally different.
And
you can't tell a kid that. She's got to experience it. I mean, you can tell her, but she also has to experience it.
Feel the drop step in the lane, no. Got her own miss, puts that one up, no good. I was just going to say, just to finish that point, athletes today are trained different than you or and I did back in the day, and bigger, faster, stronger.
Yes.
And that's all across genders and levels of play. Bigger, faster, stronger is the name of the game.
Yeah, and they play all the time. I mean, these kids, you know, they can be involved in all of these leagues and stuff. If they're not playing AAU, they're playing in the summer somewhere. And it gives them an advantage that they can catch up to that speed, understand it.
That was a foul on Tinora. Here's Anna Gray, drive, dump out to Theo, and she's called for steps. Just a quick point, just to pass along to talk about the athletic ability of Bryan. Okay, they're long, they're athletic. That's why they can turn you over and do some really good things in the open floor. Their best player on the floor, Reese Grotehouse, right?
Yes.
She doesn't play tennis until she gets into high school. She becomes Bryan's first ever 3-time state athlete in tennis. Not bad for your secondary sport.
Yeah, not bad for never playing it, huh? Wow.
Sophomore, junior, senior year, and was part of a doubles team, as that's banked in for 2 by Schaffner to give her 5. But the first 3-time participant in state tennis in Bryan school tennis history.
Wow.
1:20 left in this one. Bryan going to leave here 2-1. Never really in doubt. Grabbed control fairly early and just added on as the night went on, up 50-28 now. Here's Anna Gray, close to 5. Still close to 5.
Not sure why it wasn't, I'll be
Turned
honest.
over now as she went cross court. That had to be an emotional night for Anna.
Yeah.
For those that missed that story, Anna, a transfer in from Tinora, and gets only the front end of the schedule. She cannot play for Bryan when we flip the calendar to 2023. Josie Arnold's 3, no good. Rebound Tinora with 45 seconds left. That's the transfer rule by the OHSAA. The reason the rule in place, for you wondering, well, why this is penalizing a kid like this? Well, there are recruiting situations that have happened at school districts across the state of Ohio, and they come in and the penalty was at the front end. So the thinking now is, let's put it at the back end when you can't have that athlete come tournament time.
Yeah.
So she is going to be integrated. She'll play here her entire senior year, no problem there, but they will lose her come January 1st for this year.
Yeah, that's just interesting.
Travel on Tinora, 34 seconds left. But she's played well tonight, and back to that.
Yes.
You know, it's an emotional night for her playing against her old teammates.
Yes, absolutely. And I would say even for her teammates, it's been kind of, a little bit surreal as well. They're a bit used to playing with her for how many years, and now all of a sudden she's not wearing the same colors as them anymore.
Ava Zimmerman is on the floor as Arnold's pass is intercepted. The drive is no good for Tinora. Zimmerman the rebound, and now Bryan should be able to just kill the clock here. An impressive win tonight. Are there things to clean up for Bryan? Absolutely, but for the most part, they played really well for this night tonight, and they win it wire to wire. Your final tonight coming up on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe final scoreboard. Bryan 50, Tinora 28. Stick around. The post-game show will get underway next on B-Rock Sports.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Eden, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
Hi, I'm Paul Rorick Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Year's from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Import cars and trucks are amazing, but fixing them creates a dilemma. Do you go to the city for service and repairs? Well, it's time for a change. Jason Dietz Automotive Services on State Route 6, just east of Edgerton, is the answer. If you own a Volkswagen, Toyota, Honda, BMW, Mercedes, or any other Asian or European vehicle, Jason Dietz Automotive Services has you covered. With over 30 years of experience on imports, Dave Brown and Sam Bailey are the experts that can fix it right the first time. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem your last mechanic couldn't, call 419-298-0777 and make your appointment today.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley and not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you thinking of buying a home, but you're hesitant because of the rising interest rates? Well, don't be. Historically, rates are still very low. While not at their lowest, rates are nowhere near where they were back in the 1980s and 1990s. Home prices are stabilizing, and there are more homes coming on the market. So don't wait until interest rates climb to 9 or 10% or even higher to make your move. Call me today, and I will help guide you through the entire process. From finding financing to handing you the keys to your new home at closing, I am with you every step of the way. With over 25 years of real estate experience, I am your trusted real estate advisor. And as a Christian-based business, when you buy your home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
Bryan, a wire-to-wire win here in their home opener of the season. They led 20-8 after 1, 26-13 at the half. They stretched it to 44-22 through 3, and then the final margin 50-28. With the win, Bryan moves to 2-1. Tinora drops to 0-2 on the season. Looking at the statistical wrap-up of this one, Reese Grodehouse led the way for Bryan, finishing with a game-high 17, including 3 threes tonight. Anna Gray just missed double figures, had 9, all of them in the first half. Ella Voigt scored 6, Allie Alspaw with 5, Kaylee Thiel 4, Blaze Langenderfer 4, Ella Rao 3, and Mara Smith scored 2 tonight. For the Tinora Lady Rams, Liv Muller with 7, Nova Oakley 5, Dakota Schaffner 5, Julia Durfee 2, Carly Oakley 4, Maggie Noggle 3, and then Emily Haar and Addison Lee with a point apiece. Shooting at the foul line tonight, Bryan was 3 of 8, and Tinora 6 of 11. at the foul line tonight. From the field, and then rebounds and turnovers, Suzanne.
Okay, from the Tinora Lady Rams, I had them overall shooting 10 of 50 for 20%. They were just 2 of 11 from behind the arc for 18%. 26 turnovers for the evening, and that will obviously get better. And the relentless pressure of Bryan obviously played a part in that as well. 17 offensive, 24 defensive for a total of 41 rebounds. For the victorious Lady Golden Bears of Bryan, I had them shooting 20 of 57 for 35%, 7 of 18 behind the arc for 39%, 18 turnovers on the evening, 11 offensive, 22 defensive for a total of 33 rebounds.
One award to hand out. That is a Best One Tire and Service Best Play of the Night. What was the best play, in your opinion, in this Bryan win tonight?
There was one really early on, but then this one trumped it, I felt. Reese Grodehouse, on the baseline drive, finding a cutting Elavoit for an easy 2. That was about 3/4 of the way through the third quarter. Just really pretty.
So Bryan, again, I'd say 3.5 quarters of really good basketball tonight overall, and against the schedule they play, and they know they are the hunted in the NWOAL, that bullseye on their backs all season long, and they welcome the expectations, quite frankly, because they know they have the capability to be real good. Tinora, team in transition. First-year head coach in Andrew Thiel. They're only going to get better, I think, as the year goes on.
I would agree on both accords. Bryan, definitely, you could just see a focus, and you can see it in the way they're playing defense right now. And I know it's early, but I don't care. When you're able to rotate in girls and you don't lose a step, that's pretty impressive. And for Tinora, I agree. It's a little bit of a transition right now. It's everybody getting used to one another, and I, too, think they will just get better as the season wears on.
Want to thank Chad Savage and Teresa Kuzmal here at Bryan for taking care of us this evening. Also, our thanks to Ben Murray back at Command Center this evening. Don't forget, Friday night, I'll be back here for boys basketball, Edgerton at Bryan, to tip off the boys season. Again, our final tonight from Bryan. The Lady Bears roll over Tinora. Final tonight, Bryan 50 and Tinora 28. You're listening to high school girls basketball coverage on B-Rock 100.9.